Okay, let's identify our functions first. Let's go with our inside function. We'll call him f. The inside function on this one is going to be z plus 1 over z minus 1. Right? And our outside function, the one just outside of that one is just the square root of x, which I'm going to look at as x raised to the 1/2 power, because it's easier to think about as 1/2 power when you're trying to do the power rule on him. So we do the derivative of the outside function first. So I'm dropping the 1/2, and then on the inside I have my inside function, and I take 1 away from the 1/2, like so, and I get negative 1/2. Okay, and then my inside function is just in there chilling. Okay, and then we take the derivative, we multiply times the derivative of the inside function. Now, because there's a binomial on the denominator, if there's a monomial here, I would divide everything so I don't have to do the quotient rule. But because there's a binomial, I have to do quotient rule. So, derivative of the top. What is the derivative of z plus 1? 1, because that's going to be a 0, and this is going to be 1. So we have 1, and we have to multiply it times the bottom. So z minus 1 minus, and then we take the derivative of the bottom. What's the derivative of the bottom? It's also 1. So I got 1 times z plus 1, and then all divided by z minus 1 squared. Okay, let's do a little bit of simplifying because we can. Like, we have some obvious things that we can simplify right away. For this first part right here, I don't want a negative exponent, and what a negative exponent does to fractions is it flips it. So I'm going to flip it, and then the negative goes away. So I have z minus 1 over z plus 1, and now the fraction is positive. And then I'm going to rewrite that to say 1/2 times the square root of z minus 1 over z plus 1. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it started out like that. It started with the radical, so I'm going to end with the radical. I'm not going to end with a fraction exponent if I can avoid it. And then the next part, times, we have, this is just a z minus 1, and then we have this negative right here. Don't forget to distribute him. So we get negative z minus 1. Okay, so now the z's cancel out, which is a yay. Everybody inside goes, yay. And then we have a negative 1, which is a negative 2. So we have a negative 2 divided by z minus 1 raised to the second power. It would be very easy to multiply this 1/2 to this. And so I'm going to do that. If I multiply this 1/2 times this fraction, these 2's are going to become 1's. And so now I have a negative, let's see, let me write it right like this, z plus minus 1. I'm just doing algebra now. I'm just manipulating it. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this is because you guys got to get used to seeing manipulation happen. Because when you guys are doing these problems and you look down at your multiple choice questions and you don't see it, you don't see your answer, see if you can manipulate your expression, your answer a little bit to see if you can make it look like one of the answer choices. And so this could be the answer right here. Or this could be the answer. Or, let's see, I can manipulate this a little bit. I'm going to throw that square root on top of the fraction, which nobody really likes. Nobody likes seeing fractions inside of fractions, but I'm just showing you that I can do it. Okay, and that could be an answer. Okay, so all these are the same answer.